Thank you for being here. Today, I wanted to really hone in on the principle of silence. And in yoga, there's a really beautiful place that I kind of mentioned yesterday about is this space in the breath that we get in doing this ujjayi breath, where we make a lot of noise with our breath. But then there's this place where the breath is still there, but the sound is no longer there. And that is actually this incredible place where we can get deeper into poses. But it's similar in life. Like, we can be moving and it's important to go and do things and get everything done. But those silent places are where we go really deep and can get so much further if we allow ourselves. And as all of you know, silence is just a tricky thing to find these days. So as you begin on your mat this morning, I want you to really just tune into the silence around you. Every sound that you hear just reminds you that all is well in the outside world, and come back into the silence. And as you listen for the silence, feel the stillness in your body. Finding your breath, noticing where it is this morning. And today, if you'd like to do the entire practice with your eyes closed, you're totally welcome. We're not going to be doing any balancing poses or things that you need to do with your eyes open. But doing an entire practice with your eyes closed just brings you into the sensations in your body and tunes you in more. It quiets the mind without the external stimulation. So go ahead and just take your arms above your head and feel the stretch in your arms. Maybe clasping the hands or grabbing the left wrist and pulling it over. Falling over to the side and wiggling the fingers. Coming up to the other side and releasing. As you build your morning routine, I love Hal Elrod's method because he has a really simple acronym of SAVERS to just help you to go, oh, have I done my 5 big rocks? And you can adjust them to however you want. You can have them take 1 minute each or an hour each. It's just so that you do the 6 major things that most people know that if they get into their day, they have a better day. So the first one is silence. That can represent meditation. You're just sitting for 1 minute and quieting your mind. Any thought that comes to your mind is just released like a cloud. Coming back into the stillness and silence of your body first thing in the morning. I like to get up first thing in the morning, go straight down to the couch where I do my morning routine. And just close my eyes and get still. My mind tends to run with all the different things to do, and I just let it know that it's going to be okay. And I'll remember those things when it's time. But for now, it's time for silence. If I need something to focus on, I just bring my attention to my breath. Sometimes I only have time to do it for 1 minute. Sometimes I have time to do a guided meditation, which involves the visualization that we'll be getting into in a couple of days. Just feel that and start to tune into your body. As I'm tuning into my silence, I feel a little bit of tension right here. So I'm going to just start to move and stretch. Really intuitively, with your eyes closed, you can tune in a little bit more to the sensations of your body, what needs to be stretched, what needs to be massaged. Just make sure you do it on the other side to get the balance. Continue to breathe. Follow your breath. Perhaps put your hands behind your back, fingers pointing towards your knees, and open your heart, releasing the neck back, maybe even lifting up the hips. Again, feeling into the stillness as you open up this morning. Enjoying the counter pose and leaning forward, releasing forward. As you close your eyes, you may notice that if you tighten your fingers and pull your fingers toward your knees, it opens something else up. Maybe as you push away, there's another sensation. Tuning into your intuition, your inner knowing. And pulling up. Stretching out your right leg. And massaging up and down. And enjoying the sensation of your healing hands on your body. I want you to tune into your breath now, and we're just going to play with this breath. So as you inhale, sealing the throat, feel the sound of your breath coming through your nose. And as you exhale, again, the sound, almost like Darth Vader, or a deep kind of earthy breath, comes through your throat and nose. At a certain point, that sound stops. At this point, I want you to continue to exhale as you come down just a little further into your stretch. It's that point that the body releases, and you can just get that much deeper. Again, taking a nice deep breath. As you exhale, finding that place, there's no more sound, but in the silence is where you surrender. And you get to just go that much further. Maybe even reaching for the toes. Play around here. With your eyes closed, just feel, do I want to open up my chest? Or do I want to fold straight forward? What feels best to you right now? And then take that leg, wrap it around, hug your leg, put a smile on your face like you're hugging your best friend. Placing that foot down and taking a full twist if you'd like, pushing the elbow into the knee and reaching around. With your eyes closed, do some eye yoga. So really stretch your eyes to look over to the right as far as you possibly can, over your shoulder. As far over as you can till your eyes feel a little bit strained. And then look down as you release the knee into lotus. Looking all the way up and then all the way down. Release the head and neck, and the same practice. Inhaling, finding the sound in your breath as you breathe in through your nose, and exhale through the nose, finding that ujjayi breath until there's no more sound. Releasing the breath all the way down until there's no more sound, and then feel the body surrender. Very good. So good. As you push up, massage those feet. Silence is where we hear the divine, right? But we need to find that space in our lives. What if you did that every morning? Just listened for the messages when you got quiet enough. Taking that other leg, stretching it out, maybe even releasing the glutes and hips back at the back before you begin to give yourself a nice massage. Oh, so good. And when you're ready, find your breath. If you haven't been with it the whole time. And as you exhale with that sound, release down. At the end, I want you to share your experience because it amazes me how if I tune into that spot, I'm able to just go so much deeper in this really safe and supported way. It's just so beautiful. Just notice that. You can do it again if you'd like. Releasing, exhaling all the way down until you get to that place. Coming up and bringing that leg in for a nice big hug. You can even wrap it around. Just give yourself this beautiful hug this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Placing that foot down and taking yourself into a nice spinal twist. A great way to massage the organs in the morning, digestive organs, get everything kind of moving. Before yoga, it's really good to take a big glass of water, but not eat food. So I know this is a later class. I always have the class up by 10, except for this morning, it may not be. I'll be done teaching by 10, but it's good to just eat something light. Don't eat too much. I had some raspberries and stuff this morning before class. But a great thing to do is have a big glass of water in front of your bedstand, and right when you get up, just drink water. So that can be added to your morning routine too, of silence. Falling forward one more time, exhaling, releasing. Coming up, placing the feet in front of you, hands behind the glutes, and coming up into tabletop. Again, opening the heart and neck, finding the stillness in the pose, lifting the glutes, engaging the back, and opening the throat and the heart, finding your breath. Very good. Scooting the glutes all the way back in between the hands. Stretching forward and reaching for the toes. If you're just right here, that's totally fine. But finding that space in your breath to fall forward a little deeper. Nice deep inhale. Exhale down. Feel yourself surrender before you come and roll onto your knees, coming right back into child's pose. Here, you're going to set your intention. Choose your word if you haven't found it already. Perhaps it's stillness, perhaps it's connection to the divine. Perhaps it's steady joy, or somewhere different entirely. It's all perfect, just whatever comes to mind. Trust your intuition. And surrender to the pose and the stillness within the pose in your body. Slowly rolling the third eye all the way to the crown, 7 times, connecting your inner knowing to the divine wisdom, all knowing, all loving source. Very good. Releasing down. Going at your own pace, following your own breath, and noticing what comes. And how good it feels. One final one before you push up and reach up all the way into cat-cow. Just stretching, pushing the mat apart as you tuck your chin and pulling up. Again, tuning into your breath, a pose that you know and your body knows. With your eyes closed, just tune in to what feels even better. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Stepping one foot back at a time and finding your core. Feeling the strength and power in this pose. Heat generating. This is a third chakra activator. You notice the heat rising, the strength and the power in your body being activated. And releasing those hips down as you sway forward and pull your wrists in to open that lower abdomen. And as you slowly lower down, release your head to the mat. Maybe even placing your hands behind to lower down to your sides. And just rest here. Feel the earth. And release anything that you need to into the earth this morning or today. Just sigh 3 times, letting out an audible sigh. Whether it's releasing tension, or even a sigh of pleasure. If you'd like, just change your head to the other side. Doing the same thing. And then settling into the silence. If your mind begins to wander, just let it focus on your breath. One breath in, I'm breathing in. One breath out, I'm breathing out. Listen for the silence. Any other sounds other than the silence, just to remind you that all is well in the outside world. Perhaps in this silence you hear the message of love. That's all there really is. Trusting what comes. The message of enoughness. You are divine, that you are loved. A vision of how you're stepping forward in that love into the day. As you come up out of this practice, taking a nice deep breath and pushing up into a seated position. And we'll end with 3 ohms. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being with me today.